Welcome back, heroes! We're back at it here on Ascension WoW. I definitely still want to play Borderlands, but I definitely wanted to get back to some Ascension WoW. Let's get this pulled up real quick. Excusez-moi. Alright, just making sure everything is ready to rock and roll. We will play some more Borderlands. They did do a patch for the computer, which is kind of frustrating because I literally just got done um, getting it for the PlayStation so that it would run a little smoother. And then they did an update for computers, realizing, hey, there's a problem with just PC for some reason, with having a lot of latency issues, especially for those of us that got it through Steam. So got that fixed. Yay. So we will play more of it, but right now, for today anyway, I wanted to get back into doing our Bloodmage Healer. We've kind of neglected him for a hot minute, so we are definitely needing to level him up. Or technically her, we're playing a female character. Okay. And kaboom. We may mess with our voodoo add-on in order to get it to allow us to attack through it so that we can have attacks and heals, but I'm not sure that's the way I really want to go with it. Let's go see if we can sneak over it. No, either way, we're gonna have to fight something else. Now, this is going to be like our Sun Cleric healer, where it uses Rage to fuel heals. The big difference, though, is going to be that we don't have so far anyway. That may change later on as we level up. But as a... Oop, that was not what I wanted to do. As of right now, we don't have a non-rage way to heal. All of our primary healing requires rage. Whew, goodness. Every time, man. Every single time. Especially if I'm on camera. I yawn for no dang reason. Okay, let's turn this in. And we need to go take on Hogger. I remember when Devin and I were leveling these guys, that was the quest that we had just started doing these quests here. Okay. Also, been having a lot of fun playing on Bronzebeard, too. Made a druid. I was going boomkin with Devin. He was doing or he was trying to get it set up for the cat DPS. The problem is you can't turn cat form until level 20, which I think is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. When it comes to the healer for the Blood Mage, I think it would be faster and better to either just go pure mage until probably level 15 to 20. And then from there, you could do switch over to heals. The other problem that we're going to run into, and we had this problem with one of the other, with the caster of the Rune Master, is this is a spirit-based healer. So all of its stats get improved by spirit. Problem is we don't have spirit gear. Like, we have int gear. Some of this will get spirit on it, but not enough to really affect us as a healer. Oh, crap. Who am I fighting? Oh, that's not good. Get out, big homeboy. Do this, do that. Okay, there's all those. Let's heal up. And now we just need to find Hogger, which is what I suspect those other guys that ran past us a minute ago had just taken out. I want to try and get back into some Bronzebeard as well. Kind of put this on the back burner for the last few days so that I can play some Borderlands. I really enjoy Borderlands. I really wish we had the audience for Borderlands. Unfortunately, we just don't. But as far as Ascension goes, I mean, we have plenty of audience. So I may get back into Bronzebeard a little bit. Do some more leveling on a Bronzebeard character. Because they've added quite a few new things to it, and I really, really get excited for the new stuff that's launching. Not just for Bronzebeard, but overall for Ascension. It's a bummer that a lot of people are kind of cautious about wanting to jump into the content just because... Let me hit you with that. Hit you with that. Yeah, buddy. Auger went down, no problem. Big problem I do have with Bronzebeard compared to, say, Ascension here is on Bronzebeard, it takes so much longer to level. Now, I went and bought a scroll of XP for when Devin and I are playing our two druids so that we do level faster. So if we do go back to Bronzebeard, we will definitely get a XP scroll for our character so we can level a little faster. But the fact that it is vanilla mechanics, so we're not able to hit as hard starting off as we used to. We're not able to do certain things like we can here in COA or even Elune or Area 52. It's very much the original way of playing WoW, which I enjoy. It's really fun getting to go back and play the original classes. They have added a lot of very unique mechanics to the game to make it a little different. But yeah, like for example, you get Mystic Enchants, right, on Bronzebeard, and Mystic Enchants can change, not not as much as like Elune or Area 52 with the cards and the enchants there, but like for example, I'm playing the Boomkin Druid, and now I have a deal where when I cast Moonfire on a target, they take increased damage from all other nature damage spells that I cast. Well, I'm a Boomkin. That's all I cast is nature magic essentially. So it's a lot of fun. And then plus we have to be more mindful of gear. So like here we are not really having to pay attention to gear because we're wearing account bounce heirlooms. Jeez, these hiccups. Um, that allow us to transform your blood curse into sanguine essence. Coalesce a blood orb that will float around you while active. Spirit gained by pooled vitality is increased by 1%, and you replicate 12% of the healing done by sanguine men on targets every 1 second for 3 seconds. Or we can do Vampire's Kiss. This one requires health, so I like this one. Heal an ally other than yourself for 100 and generates 30% of your maximum rage. Downside to this is a 20-second cooldown. What is Blood Curse? We don't have Blood Curse. We gotta figure out what Blood Curse is. Okay, so Blood Curse, it's a 1 minute cooldown. Ascend into a cursed form for 30 seconds, transforming your cursed abilities. This says that it changes it into Sanguine Essence. Yeah, I'd rather go with this for now. We'll get that next. Then we want to pop Voodoo. Let's go to our spells. We have Sanguine Mend, Dark Liturgy. Oh, that's this one. Okay. And then this, it's a 2 minute cooldown. Fleshcraft. The hell is... Okay. There. So now when I hold shift, it won't let me cast it on myself, but there we go. Any other skills we can get? Nope. But yeah, I really like being able to play on Bronzebeard. It's a different beast altogether, so. Plus all the new starting zone areas is a lot of fun. Will you hit the guy? Jeez. And boom. Heal us up. Dang, that curse hits so hard. Pick up this one. Run over here and pick up this one. There is a lootable inside this little house. I was going to say hut, but that's not accurate. Go. It's crazy that it says there's supposed to be all this feed over here, these sacks of oats, but they don't actually exist there. You have to go to these other farms to get more. So we're going to go over here. Into the pumpkin farm. Really? All I want. People, I'm not trying to fight you all. Just out here looking for these big sacks of grain. Oh, that's fine. She can fight that. Got the pocket watch. That quest is done. And I still need 3 more after this. Sacks of oats. There's one over here with all these knolls. There we go. 2 more. I will say, we do hit really good. You don't want to be under the WoW Twitch tag. Unfortunately, I mean, I could add that for what it is, but seeing as this is a modded one and it would benefit Ascension or Project Ascension more for to be under their tags, I tend to just stay under their stuff. Plus, there's so many other content creators doing standard WoW. Yeah, they do that so they can stay under the radar from Blizzard Entertainment. So, Project Ascension is listed as a deck building. It's interesting. I was hoping the sacks of oats that were over here would have respawned by now. And the robots, these golems out here, they have a chance of dropping oats, but it's not often. I don't mind changing the tags. I mean, it is possible, Frigid, that it could get more people. It's just, we have to be very careful because Blizzard, especially with the fact that they are in the midst of suing another company or group of individuals who have made a modded World of Warcraft. It's just one of those things where I don't mind changing my tags to be more in line with what Blizzard does. But in order for us to not get copyright struck every 5 seconds, it's a little more difficult if we're not doing actual Blizzard content. Oh, 1000%. They send out more cease and desist letters than any company on the planet. That's why it's so hilarious. And I get it. I've actually looked up why they are so gung-ho about taking on Turtle right now. I've looked it up. It's because Turtle has actively targeted Blizzard. Like, it's insane. The amount of advertisement Turtle has done actively going after Blizzard itself. So honestly, no real shock that they are going after Turtle. There we go. That's all the oats I needed. So now we can go turn this in and pick up some other quests. But like here, I mean, let's go over to Steam. Oh yeah, no, 1000% Turtle got too cocky. They boasted that they had a higher player count, like active everyday player count, than Blizzard did with retail WoW. And like, here's the fact: even if that is true, even if it's true, and I said this the other day on stream too, if I made a video game that had been as successful as Blizzard was for as long as Blizzard has been successful with World of Warcraft, and then private servers became a thing and people were leaving my game to go play a private server, wouldn't you want to go look at that private server and go, what are they doing that can make us better? What are they doing that are making people leave us to go to them? Is it just because they're free to play? Or is it because they've got something, some mechanic, some whatever inside their game that is causing it to get the player fans to go over there? Let's see here. Let's edit. If I take off the category and then let's go, we'll just see if I won't change it on yeah. Let me edit. I don't know if I can put the whole description on here, but there. So I changed the tag over there. We'll see how that works out. But yeah, Turtle 1000% got too cocky. It's just like Blizzard, if you really want to know how to bring people back to your game, go look at Turtle. Come look at Ascension. Go look at any of the successful private servers that don't charge a dime of monthly subscription. See what they are doing differently and why people would rather play it. And then incorporate that into your game. And don't take a page out of Bethesda's book, for good lord. We're going to add the most popular mods to our games that people are already putting in the game. We're just going to add it as an actual feature. This is the biggest slap in the face for content. Or for people trying to find new content. None of those counted for what I was trying to farm. Whoops. It's because I got these guys over here doing this. Let's go turn in whatever quest is up over this way to turn in. But yeah, I mean, like, let's be real about it. I would prefer if you're going to make changes to your game, make changes that people want. You know, take Classic, for example. People are worried that, because they either have released Mists of Pandaria in Classic, or they're getting ready to release Mists of Pandaria for Classic. I can't remember. But people are concerned that this is going to turn into a ginormous problem, because Mists of Pandaria is really where people started calling for a classic WoW experience. So, we'll see. Okay. We do need the pigos. We do not need coyotes. And we need the birds, too. And there's actually 2 quests for the pigs. We need the snouts. And we need the livers. There we go. But yeah, that's what, if I was part of Blizzard's development team, that is 1,000% what I would end up doing. Is I would be looking at this game, going, what are they doing? We're looking at Turtle and going, what are they doing that's drawing that many people to them versus us? And to tie it to a Rico makes no sense. Alright, there is all of the snouts that we needed. We still need 2 more vulture meats. We do need murloc eyes. Since these guys are all over the place right now, let's just go run down to the coast and grab murlocs. Like, that's probably a better bet for us. And now we just need 1 more vulture meat. Hello? Where are all the murlocs? Quell the lost sunken treasure chest. I want to know what you are. a ring. 1 to intellect, 1 to spell power. Call the Might of Quel'The the Lost to increase your spell damage for 15 by 15 for 12 seconds with a 5-minute cooldown. Oof. So either those guys that are doing the same quest lines as me right now have already gotten their Murloc eyes, or they're doing the Murlocs last. Because there is still plenty of Murlocs. Ooh, I did not want to grab 2. One more eyeball needed. Come on. Oh, alright. Oh, yeah, we got it. Nice. And off we go. So we still need robots and vulture meat. And we still need livers. So we need birds, pigs, and robots. Okay. I was hoping my little summon was gonna finish him off before he disappeared, but I guess not. Seven of 20. That should be number 8 right there. And done. So we need 12 more robots. And we need 1 more vulture meats. Still need 1 more vulture meat. RNG is not being kind to us. Come on. There's 1 liver. Answer text message. Thing is like I'm almost tempted to not try and level like do dungeons with this guy and just do quests. It'll take way longer to level him that way. But I just feel like we've basically gotten to 15 with all of our characters and then just sat in town for the most part and did, you know, we might have gone off to do some professions here or there or to do a few quests while we wait for dungeon queues. But I don't think we've actively gone and tried to complete multiple zones of quests. And then to top it all off, so far we don't really have an effective way to heal. I mean, yeah, I can sit here and cast Sanguine Mend, but I gotta have Rage for that. This is more of a DPS-esque type healer. And I just realized that our buff is off. But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Done deal. Just need 5 more robotos. We still need some pigos, too. You are not the kind of robots. These are not the robots you're looking for. And we still need a vulture and more pigs. Three more robotos. Two more robotos. Come on. Thank you. And down he goes. There it is. All the robotos are done. We just need pigos and birds now. Well, one bird and a bunch of pigs. If we get lucky on the bird. Which we did not. I swear if we get all of the livers before we get the last vulture meat, I'd be slightly upset with that drop rate. Like I've said it before doing this quest line, but the drop rate is atrocious. It's like they made Westfall to be the place where people lose their absolute minds when it comes to trying to get quests done. There we go. That's the last vulture we needed. So now we need some pigos. I know where we can get quite a few pigos, kind of just like in a bunch. And they're right up over on the other side of the farm, like right here. You can just kind of like gather up these and then come down here and grab these. And you're usually done by that point. Busy day for airplanes today, man. Then again, I'm usually not home during this time of the day. I'm usually already at work. Or have been on my way to work by this point. Dude, for a second, I was like, new rare? Nope, just a flight path bird. A griffin, if you will. There's 3. Four, so we need 4 more. Okay, still need 4 more. And still need 4 more. See what I mean on this drop? Like the drop chance for this stuff is atrociously bad. And good night. What the absolute? There's a world loot item over here in this like fallen down shack that's over here. Yeah, okay. So these can give us the pies too, that's fine. Or the livers, rather. Da, 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 da. Still nada. But we've got plenty of pigs, so we'll get a drop eventually. Come on. Ugh. There's our level. We're now level 15. We need 3 more livers. Okay. Let's pop our book. That way we can level up. get whatever we need. Okay, now as far as skills go, we ended up getting Aneurysm. This is a 20 rage. Mended allies wounds, healing them for one during empowered, becomes instant cast and heals yourself for 50% of the heal value. Downside is it's a rage. Or no, I'm sorry, I was reading. Yeah, for whatever reason, I was reading this, thinking I was reading Aneurysm. Aneurysm is silence. Don't really care for that. What else did we pick up? I could have sworn we picked up something else, but it may have just been an upgrade. Eviscerate is what we picked up, but it's a passive. Claw Sweep and Blood Fang Bite now apply a bleed, dealing 46 physical damage over 2 seconds. So, not bad, honestly, for that. Ugh. Okay. Crimson Tide, this causes, that's required by, jeez. There we go. I like having Bloodborne because increases your spell haste by 25% for your next 3 spell casts, last 15 seconds, and we get 3 stacks of that. So that should be good. Excusez-moi. I don't know why that bird for just a second looked bigger. Like, I know it's closer to us, but it just looked massively bigger. No idea. I want to finish getting this so I can turn in all these quests all at one time, essentially. Let's see here. Also for our passive, become blessed by Lana Thel, increasing healing spell power by 40% of stamina and 25% of spirit, and hit rating by 10% of intellect. So stamina seems to be the more important of the two, because like it says spirit stamina is what we need. Friggin' spirit stamina across the board, except for this one, which is just agility based. But like, the big issue I have is that it is spirit based for these two, for your spellcaster and for your healer. The easiest one to level is going to be, at least if you're using account bound stuff, is this right here. Okay. Oh, that's a permanent buff. Because the original skill, the Blood Curse, I don't think we can see it anymore. Yeah, can't see it anymore, but it's whatever. But it was like a 1 minute thing. So, yeah. Coalesces which will replicate 20% of healing done by Sanguine Men. Ooh, yeah, I don't want to fight a level 18. Just looking for pigs at this point. Okay, all these pigs are back, it looks like. Jeez, just need 3 more, man. Two more, finally. Just 2 more, so we can complete this dang quest. I feel like leveling has gotten nerfed, though, so to speak. Almost to the point where it feels like you have to do, you know, quests and dungeons and all that stuff. Because used to, it felt like if I was wearing just heirloom gear, I was leveling so fast that it didn't matter. One more. Finally. But now it feels like even if I was to go grab a scroll of XP, it feels like it takes so long to level without doing dungeons. And I'm like, it's great to be able to do dungeons or mana storms. That's cool and all. But some people want to experience the storyline for the storyline. You know, oh, I'm playing a human for the first time. I want to experience the storyline of what it's like to play the human race or a night elf or whatever, you know? Or like some people want to go out and look for all of the world forged items and be like, okay, this is where you can find all the really good early on world forged whatever, you know? It's like, oh, you need agility world forged, but you don't have the heirlooms? Not a problem. Here is a weapon. Here is some armor. Here is a bow. Here is whatever. Or you need spirit. Here you go. Here's a list and where to find it all. Like, some people are that kind of player. But I just feel like they've slowed down the leveling experience outside of turning in quests. And then when you have ridiculous drop chances, like with those pigs, like, come on, man. It feels like a punishment at that point. He wants me to go to Stormwind, which is fine. I have a quest to turn in at Stormwind anyway. Ooh. Says there's another quest. They must be way up. Or it's a quest I already picked up, and PF quest is bugged. I think tomorrow's live stream is going to be Bronzebeard. We'll go do a character on Bronzebeard tomorrow. I don't know what I'll play tomorrow. Like what class. But I definitely feel like Bronzebeard's gonna be the way to go tomorrow. I hope you guys like Bronzebeard. I know I do. I honestly enjoy playing. So this right here is actually for Bronzebeard. This is a Bronzebeard item only. This Book of Healing. You would click on it, it would give you a thing. You would click on this guy, and then you would click the item, and it would heal him, and he gives you a Mystic Scroll. We need to empty out our bags. You are the innkeeper. There. Everything's emptied. That's the other problem too. Ooh, it says there's still a quest in here. Oh, there we go. That's the other problem with Bronzebeard too. Is because we cannot use heirlooms. We haven't hit level 60 with any characters on Bronzebeard yet. We need these boxes to give us gear, or we need quests that give us better upgrades. Or you have to level a profession, which can be ridiculously expensive. So, Bronzebeard can be quite the challenge if we let it be. Let's go run over here, because it looks like the book has a quest for us. We still haven't died, so we don't need that one. Oh, Dungeon Finder. Here's how you can get rid of Dungeon Finder if you don't want to actually go do dungeons. There. I was not expecting an insta-queue, but it's only a 2-minute penalty. Okay. Show me where I can fly. Let's fly to Stormwind so we can turn in the Stormwind quests. And then as you can see, we've got quests everywhere. I should have had lunch before I started streaming, because I am hungry. And that might be what we do is we'll stream for the next hour. I'll go make lunch for myself. See if sister needs any help around the house doing anything. And if she doesn't, or if she does and we get done helping doing whatever she needs, then we'll probably come back and just do some Bronzebeard today too. And then I'll play some Borderlands tonight off camera. Unless I get a bunch of people asking me to keep playing Borderlands, which I will if people want to watch it. But compared to the Ascension content, I'm not getting a whole lot of interest, it seems, in Borderlands, which is kind of a shame. I really like Borderlands. It's one of the only, like, quote unquote gun games that I like to play. Crafting is 40% faster in this zone. Gathering and smelting is 25% faster in this zone. Reduced fall speed, movement speed while dead, mystic enchanting, which we don't have, and mount speed in this zone. Okay, so we have two quests, one over here in the old district and one over here in the dwarven district to turn in. This used to be, I want to say this was, yeah, this is the rogue area right here. If you play classic or retail or like Bronzebeard for us. I don't care about picking up quests while I'm here in Stormwind though. Whew, my tummy is a rumbling. If it keeps up, we may not make it a full extra hour before I have to get off to go make food, because if I start getting to the point where I start shaking real bad, that is a no bueno, my guy. Okay. Pyromancer trainer. Why you mimicking my outfit, bro? Huh? You have a cooler staff than I do, though. I wear it better. I'm just saying. Stormpike, he wants us to go to Stormwind, right? Or not Stormwind, Lochmadan, so we're going to abandon that quest. Not doing it. Not going to Lochmadan. I mean, it's real simple. You just go take that portal right there and then take the tram. As long as it's just an Ironforge. How about this? I will pick up the quest. If we get over there and it's not in Ironforge, then we'll abandon it and come back. Because I'll just hearth to Goldshire. It's not a big deal. But yeah. Let's get over to the middle, because I don't know which tram just left and which one's coming back. Plus, we can see if there's any sparklies. Any world forged items happen to be hiding here? I like how they have these little digital boards. Here's the tram. They have like these little digital boards. Not that it shows you anything. Gnomish engineering at its finest. Can't even zoom out on the map. That's funny. We're in the desert somewhere, it almost looks like. And we should be coming up to the terminal. Here we go. Super quick, super easy. And now we're in the city of Ironforge. But as you can see, it's not here. It is like where's Ironforge? So yeah, we would have to run all the way out, all the way down, all the way over here. Not doing it. So abandon that quest. High Tinker Mechatork, King of Gnomes. I didn't realize the Gnomish King was here. Shouldn't he be in the Hall of Kings? Instead of Tinkertown? I could have sworn there was like a Hall of Kings around here somewhere, because you can find the Dwarf King, or the Dwarf Council. I want to say at one point it was a king, and then it became a council. Once Bronzebeard, what's his name? I forget the original dude from Warcraft 3 when he dies, or Warcraft 2 when he dies, whatever it was. Okay. And here's how we fix this. We can talk to this flight trainer. Oh, no, he just takes us to Westfall. I don't care about that. We want to go to the actual flight trainer so that we can complete the quest line for all the stupid flying we're having to do. Same eruption now also heals 5 allies within 40 yards affected by blood rituals. Blood rituals. We'll have to figure out what that is. A pool of blood heals up to 5 allies within 20 yards for 99 after 2 seconds. Trigger no cooldown and costs 100% less rage, which is nice. Empower is when we get our full vial. Dark Blood removes the cost of your abilities that require Cursed Form, and while Sanguine Essence is active, it now transforms abilities into their Cursed Form variants and allows the use of Cursed Form abilities. Your Blood Feast now causes you to burst at the end of its duration, healing party and raid members within 15 yards for 206. Reduces the cost of Crimson Tide by 10 rage and increases its healing. Healing with Crimson Tide now applies a heal over time effect that affects the target healing for 119. Okay. Increases critical strike chance of Sanguine Mend. Direct damage. This is hard trying to multitask here. Direct damage dealt now has a 10% chance to make your next Sanguine Mend within 10 seconds instant cast. That's good. I like that. Back to Sentinel Hill. Casting Curse Form abilities or Marrow Bite will now heal allies affected by blood rituals for 35 every 0.5 seconds. That's Sanguine Pact. What is blood ritual? Is that a skill? Applies blood rituals to them for 10 seconds. Blood rituals causes Dark Moon Blast to heal marked allies for 50. Okay. So this, you want to pop, this is your go-to heal in dungeons. We want to pop this until we have enough rage to pop Sanguine Mend or whatever else. This just costs health, which is fine. So that's how we get our blood rituals. Got it. Okay. So we may need to change up before we try and go do dungeons. We may need to change this up. Instead of Sanguine Mend being our left click, we should make Dark Lethargy our left click as our main heal, and then... So that's what we're actually going to do. So we're going to go here, and then Sanguine Mend will go here. We don't have a middle button yet for our simple casts. So now, and the problem is we can't, this cannot target us, but it can target anybody else. This can target us and everybody else. And then this can target anybody but ourselves. But it gives us rage. So like I hit that person, and then our rage goes up as well. And then like I can hit them. Okay, so this does have a cooldown, unfortunately. We got to see if we can get Dark Liturgy to have a not so big cooldown. It also doesn't give us rage, which is a bummer. But it marks them with blood rituals. So, like, we can go dark. Oh, that's a bummer. Nothing increases this. Okay. Oop, that's not what I wanted. This affects blood rituals. Dissipate. Become invisible in a pool of blood, teleporting to target ally and increasing your movement speed by 50% for 3 seconds. If the ally is affected by blood rituals, their movement speed is also increased by 50%. Okay, that one's kind of useless. Casting Epheretic Aegis now applies Blood Barrier to allies affected by your blood rituals within 40 yards of the target, absorbing 81 damage for 5 seconds, scaling with Spirit. That's going to suck for us early on. Channel a Sinister healing up to 12 allies affected by blood rituals for 2,640 over 8 seconds and leeching 1,226 health from enemies within 30 yards over 8 seconds. While active, you are immune to silence, interrupt effects, but cannot move. Increases the healing done by Blood Moon rituals by 10% and increases the cast time of Blood Moon Blast. No, it reduces, not increases, reduces the cast time of Blood Moon Blast by 10%. Okay. Now generates 5 additional rage, and damage dealt by it now heals allies affected. Ooh. I like this. I like that. Let's see. What affects Crimson Tide? Just those 3? Okay. Triggering Endless Thirst now also generates 5 rage. Each stack of pulled vitality increases your spirit by 2%, like that. Your periodic damage and healing now has a 10% chance to grant a stack of pulled vitality. I have to say, so far, I'm not a fan of the healing of a Blood Mage. It seems much too complicated for what it should be. What's up, Mango? Alright, we are almost level 16. So the real question is, let's just go over this hill here. We will follow the arrow of, let's see what comes out soonish. I have no idea. I have not seen an announcement for it. They made it seem like Bronzebeard was going to come out first now. So, I mean, it's still kind of anyone's guess, really. I'm hoping it's soonish, but I also agree with everybody that I think they're waiting to see how this turtle stuff is going to go. I honestly think it is, they are not running scared, but they're hoping that this gets thrown out in court, and then that way they don't have to worry about any backlash from Blizzard for a while. So we'll see. Or they could just do a Christmas drop kind of thing. I mean, it's all up in the air. Yeah, Bridget and I were talking about it earlier. The issue is that Turtle kind of messed it up for a lot of people right now. Because they actively targeted Blizzard and tried to be like, hey, look how much better we're doing your game than you are. Which is a big no-no. I mean, even if you are doing better than they are, don't actively spend money to put it in their face. I don't know what keeps flying around me, but it's really starting to piss me off. Yeah, we may have to take well, it's only 30 minutes. I can wait. Just to let you know, Mango, what's going to end up happening is I was a dum-dum and did not go get food before starting to stream. So when we hit the 2-hour mark, I was going to do a long stream today. I still technically am. But once we hit the 2-hour mark, I'm going to take a break to go get lunch, see if my sister needs any assistance around the house before the kiddos get home. And then when that's done, whether she needs assistance or not, if she does, then I'll help get whatever she needs done, and then I'll come back to streaming. If not, then I will be back sooner rather than later. And we will do some Bronzebeard for a little bit today, too. I'm not sure what I'll play right now. I'll do some researches and see what I feel like trying to level on Bronzebeard for you guys. Will get us a scroll of XP just so that we can level a little bit faster on Bronzebeard. And then we will definitely play some Bronzebeard. How's the mage? Like, I've thought about leveling a mage. Because I like the more ranged aspect. But I've also thought about doing, like, a chamois just because of totems and the fact that old school chamois were pretty good off tanks for a long while. Mage is good. What cracks me up is if you go read the stuff for Bronzebeard, and they'll talk about the class setups that they have, and they'll get to the mage, and they're like, and we've added Arcane Mage. Arcane's always been a thing with mage. It just was never good. Until much later on in the WoW expansions. I want to say Arcane started getting good probably around Mists of Pandaria-ish. Yeah, I'm trying out to see if Arcane will be good for dungeons. Is Arcane like AoE? Is it... Because honestly, just me, the only two spells I can ever remember from Arcane is Arcane Blast and Magic Missile, or whatever the crap that one was called. Arcane Missile, not Magic Missile. Arcane, same difference. But those are the only ones I can remember from the Arcane school of magic in there. We probably should have just kept going more north. Because then we can go north, keep going north, and just slowly loop around. And we have enough gold now. We should be getting our upgraded mount speed. Make it AoE with runes. Yeah. It's one of those things, man, where I'm just like, that's always been a thing. I don't remember, because I've been playing with Devin, and we've been playing on Bronzebeard, doing a duo druid. And I'm doing Boomkin. He's trying to do the kitty cat. I don't remember having to be level 20 in order to get access to the cat. I could have sworn it was closer to like 15. Right about the time you started doing dungeons, you were able to pick cat form. And then travel form was around level 30. Was it always level 20? Wow. I just don't remember that. That's crazy. Because, like, that forces you to be a tank if you're trying to be a shapeshifter from level 15 to 20. Alright, so we're going to go up this way, take out as many nulls as we can, and we'll just loop around till we get down here so that we can just go back and turn all these in. Yeah. That's a bummer that they make you basically learn how to tank before you learn how to DPS. That's the reason I disliked the warrior, was just the constant need to swap stances. Yeah, here's the problem. I'm going healer, and we don't really have a way to heal without doing damage first, which can, depending on the type of tank you have in your party, can be a huge mistake. Oh my god, there's so many of those dudes over there, and there's a rare. Yeah, there's no way we're taking that group on. I don't do near enough damage for that. Like, if I could pull one at a time, we could easily do it. Like, I'll try. We'll have to try and take out the elite first. Oh, heck no. I can't even heal fast enough. There, we completed that quest. I also need to make this my inn. Increases critical strike. Let's grab crit strike chance. While we're here, we'll go ahead and turn in some quests. Oof, bunch of stuff going on at work today. Let's just go, since all of our quests are now basically down here in the south now, we'll just go run down here, take out the gnolls there, run across, take out the mages, run up, take out the looters, and then we can turn everything in. We've got 30 minutes before I gotta go get lunch, otherwise I'm gonna really regret it later. But yeah, we'll be back to play some Bronzebeard too. Min-maxing damage on healers is always fun. Yeah, it depends on the healer though. Like right now the Bloodmage doesn't feel like a healer. It feels like a DPS with healing ability, which is kind of a bummer in my opinion. Ooh, lag. Okay, that's all that. Now we're gonna run over here and we're gonna just take out all the Defias mages and looters that are over here. Da, 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 da. Wanted Lenora the Hoarder. Where is you at? This is a dungeon quest, I think. Oh, nope. She's way up there. Okay, never mind. Come on. There we go. Boom! In your face, mage. What's up, Mango? Oh, level 25. Nice. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I want to play. I'm having a blast playing the Boomkin with Devin, but I don't want to play this. Oh, what the? Yo, what fireball spell from? What in the snap was that fireball? Holy cow. Was that like an elite? Oh, it was. I'm surprised we took him down. Because I was like, homie is taking a lot of damage. Now, one of the other games that I've been playing on, like, while I'm off camera has been, Lies of P. That's a really fun game. And I don't know if I think it's fun because I've played a lot of Elden Ring, and so I'm pretty darn good at Lies of P. But the fact that that game felt not easy, but not overly challenging, and the fact that it's a little bit more linear in the level design than, say, Elden Ring was. Elden Ring was very, like, you walk out and it's like, go any direction. Just go, right? Whereas Lies of P is like, you need to go down that way, and then you might be able to go this way a little bit, but then you're going to have to come back and go that way for a little bit. And it felt vastly different, but at the same time, it felt the same as the Dark Souls genre games. Super fun. Absolutely loved it. Probably beat it in, I don't know, 20-something hours of gameplay. And that's without looking at guides. I'm sure you could beat it a lot faster if you know exactly what you're doing and you know the mechanics of all the bosses and stuff. I'm doing the DLC right now. Just got the bow. I think the bow is by far probably the funnest weapon I've gotten to play on an agility build. So, if you like Dark Souls games, get Liza P. That game is really fun. I will say the rarest weapon in the game to get, if you do all of the lying options, is called the Golden Lie. It is a staff weapon. It is designed to be done by agility users, and it sucks. Hello? Anyone home? No, but there is a world forged item. And then as far as Borderlands goes, I am really liking this Borderlands 4 game. My only complaint is the fact that I bought it on PlayStation because I was having issues with it on PC. And then, like, the day after I got it on PlayStation so that I could figure out how to stream PlayStation from the PC and do all that fun stuff, they did a update on PC so that it runs a lot smoother now. This is the last mage that we need. And then we just need a bunch of these looters. Yeah, it sounds like the workers for the house are back. Thankfully, they're done with, as far as I can tell, they're done with all the drilling and what have you that they were doing the other day that caused us to have a 30-minute stream before I had to get off because it was just getting way too noisy. I almost want to finish leveling this dude as a tank, just because I know the tank in and out. We're going to grab Crimson Tide now. So this requires Rage. I didn't see it do anything, but it definitely hit that guy. But we're done with all those quests. We can now... Oh, wait. I hope they're in the mountains behind this, because if they're not, this is gonna suck. What are you? You are a Starcaller... Archer, maybe? But yeah, I'm hoping this goes back up into the mountains and is not requiring me to go down into where the dungeon is. And it does look like it's going to require me to go... So, well, you can definitely go down in there and just start nuking people. Defias Sprig. Ooh. It's a wand with spirit. Oh, these are elites. Or at least this one is. This might not be what I want to do. If it's these little digger guys, I don't mind. It's when we have to fight the elites that's a giant problem. Like this guy right here. Okay, come on. Okay, we just need 5 more. And we're getting pretty good drop rate so far. Okay, this is another upgraded dude. All right, 2 more. And as long as these guys are nice to me, we're good. Dang. Just need 1 more then. There we go. All right, let's hurt that out of here. Come on! Get us out! There we go. Okay, let's go turn these in. We do need to make a macro for Sanguine Rupture. And we've got one more turn in. He's the guy all the way at the top. We actually have 2 turn-ins. Defias Brotherhood and the Red Silk Bandages. There we go. So we've got the Wanted quest way over there, and we've got the Harvest Reapers over here. And now we've got all of these guys down over here, which is fine. But we've only got 10 minutes left before we hit the 2-hour mark. Let's empty out our bag. Let's open up all the boxes that we've picked up so far. Go, browse goods. We didn't open all of them, but it's like they changed the loot drop chance of these boxes. Because originally it was if you had green ones, you were guaranteed at least a piece of gear up to green value. If you had a blue, you were guaranteed at least up to a blue item. If it was one of the white ones, it was usually going to be, you know, an item you needed for like professions or waters or something. Why does it now say I still have 4? Okay, they're all gone, right? No more? There we go. Let's go, while I'm thinking about it, let's go get our faster mount speed. If we've got somebody here who can train us in mount speed, I believe we do. And then we're going to go get lunch. And then when I come back, we're going to play some Bronzebeard. I'm not sure which Bronzebeard we're going to, like what character we're going to do on Bronzebeard. You're a bread merchant. Okay, I have no idea what he is. I could have sworn we had a merchant here for mount speed. It may have been when we get back in, like as you enter Westfall. But yeah, I'm gonna go get lunch. I'm gonna figure out what kind of race and class combination I want to do for Bronzebeard, and then when we come back, that is what we're gonna be playing, is some Bronzebeard today. For the Bloodmage, we actually got pretty high. We got 5 levels done today in our 2-hour run, and that's without doing any dungeons, just doing quests. We finished up most of L1 Forest. There's still this whole bottom piece we could have done here, but I'm not worried about that. There's a whole ton of quests here in Stormwind we could have done. Didn't care about that. But now we're here in Westfall. We have a quest way out here on an island? We're going to have to go get that quest. I'm curious about it. But yeah, so we're going to finish up what we can here in Westfall, and then we'll move into Duskwood. We may start doing dungeons. I don't know. I don't feel overly My thing is glitched, and I don't know why. I don't feel like we would be a good healer right now. That's why we're not just diving straight into dungeons. But yeah, so we'll eventually do dungeons as a healer. I just want to feel more confident that we have what we need to be a good healer in dungeons. Getting to where we can use our cursed form abilities while not being in technically cursed form is great. See, removes the cost. This right here removes the cost of your abilities that require cursed form, and while Sanguine Essence, this right here, is active, it now transforms abilities into their cursed form variants and allows the use of cursed form abilities. So we will have a lot more options open up to us. I think we'll have to go through and look at what cursed form abilities do what, and hopefully they help us heal or do damage to get more rage back, things like that. Like this is a cursed form ability, but it requires us to be in mortal form, so that doesn't really count. I didn't realize this was a multi-hit ability. Interesting. Oh, that's the AoE. Never mind. Duh, I'm stupid. I was thinking it was Blood Moon Blast for a second, and I was like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, cool. It hits multiple turns. No. But yeah, so we will be back after lunch and seeing if Sister needs anything, and then we will go on from there. I will catch you heroes here shortly. Peace out.